What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliott Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about 5 signs that this relationship is actually going to work. Yes, you're in luck. This relationship you're in is probably going to work if a guy does the majority of these things, okay? Not all of them, just several of them, okay? So before we get started, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I will love you forever and ever and ever and ever. And if you want my videos right when they come out, just click the bell notification right next to it, okay? So jumping right into this, number 1. I had to put this as number 1. I wouldn't say it's the most important, but it's all about foundation, okay? Number 1 is healthy individuals. I am a big believer that if you're healthy, the guy's healthy, there's a healthy circumstance, you're going to have a healthy relationship. Now, if he's snorting coke off your butt crack, your booty lumps, okay, that's whatever, that's one thing. But if the guy, that's not my area of expertise, but if the guy is emotionally unavailable, just got out of a divorce, just got out of a relationship, is looking for something to fill a void, says he doesn't want a relationship, anything like that, then I would say that's a red flag. That doesn't mean it cannot work. I'm a great example of maybe I might be the exception of the rule, but I was the guy who did not want the relationship at one time, was getting a bunch of validation from women, saying yes and things like that, and talking to a bunch of women. But the right woman did come along. This was back in Illinois, not with her anymore, but we were a very good couple. I had no intentions on dating her in the beginning, but a week later, I ended up asking her, okay? So it can change, but don't think that your guy's the exception. 98% of the time, it's going to end in a train wreck when the circumstance is bad or he just doesn't have, I mean, like if he has a bad dating history, if he's not looking for a relationship, just got out of a divorce or a relationship, you better check yourself, okay? Number 2, I would say, is benefits. You can say this from an evolutionary perspective or from a just modern perspective. I think it's the same, but when we get into relationships, it's based on benefits. Now, I don't mean that in such a selfish way. Instead, I'm saying that we're more attracted to people with benefits, and we obviously want to have the best chance at success with a relationship or survival or compatibility, whatever you want to call it, right? So when you're dating a guy, right, let's just say there's a bunch of guys out there, girls, whoever, who are cheaters. Well, if you find a loyal person, that's a benefit. A guy who emotionally stimulates you, intellectually stimulates your mind, that's a benefit. A guy who, makes you laugh all the time, that's a benefit. Now, you have to be the same thing towards men. I always ask women this, and this is very harsh and it's kind of, cruel, but what makes you so special that he's willing to give up all these other women to date you? Now, if you can answer that, okay, don't talk, chemistry doesn't count. All guys have chemistry with girls. All girls are good to a guy. But if you can answer that and he can answer that to you, I'm not saying you have to seek the answer, but in your head, if you both can answer that my life is better with you in it than without, and can explain why, this relationship is going to be a success. I guarantee it, okay? Number 3 is stimulation. I am a big believer that we buy based on emotions, okay? There's a saying out there, I'm going to butcher the hell out of it, but it's something like, if you a marriage will not, or a wedding, a marriage will not last with the love on its wedding day. Meaning, if you can love each other all you want when you're getting married, that's not going to last through the whole time of this relationship. So you have to constantly be stimulating someone, challenging someone, pushing someone, making someone want to be a better person. Now, if you could do all those kind of things, the relationship will succeed, because like I said, we buy based on emotions, okay? People buy 100% based on emotions. We might put logic into it, but we always follow our hearts at the end of the day, okay? So if there's some way that you can constantly challenge each other, stimulate, and again, that could be sexually, mentally, it could be experiences, it could be good experiences, bad experiences, things you go through together, whatever it is, you're going to have a stronger bond. The relationship will work out. So if you have this with the guy, great. If you don't, get your ass working on it, okay? The fourth thing I like to talk about is the me versus we mindset. When we're in the beginning of a relationship, we all come out with a shell on for the most part. You know, maybe you're previously hurt, he was previously hurt, maybe he's not looking for a relationship in the beginning. You know, maybe you two are on different pages, don't know each other really well, whatever it is, okay? Your job in the relationship, both of your jobs, is to transition from me to we, from you and I to us, okay? And once you do that, I feel like the guy's shell is going to come down. He's going to open up more. He's going to, he's going to, I don't want to say he's going to open up more, but he's going to be more willing to do things, comply and go along with whatever you're doing, whether it's transitioning towards a relationship or something. You need the we, okay? You need the we. If it's you and I, or if it's the me, then it's just dating. It doesn't you're not in a relationship until it transitions into we. Even if you're like, okay, we're in a relationship, yeah, we're boyfriend, girlfriend. If it's not we, it's not going to work out. Trust me on that. Examples of we is threading your lives together. Him making choices with you in mind, okay? So for example, there's a girl I used to date back in Illinois where I would just drive to her house, whatever, okay? Drive to her house to go see her. For my benefit, for her benefit, right? We wanted to see each other and things like that. But I always took it a step further when I started to like her. You just want to make the other person happy, okay? And I started to go over there. Whenever I would go there, I would ask her, hey, do you want anything when I go over there? And she always wanted, for some damn reason, you girls and your McDonald's chicken nuggets. So I always bring chicken nuggets for her, right? Why? Because I wanted to make her happy. It wasn't about me. I got fulfillment out of making her happy, making her enjoy being with me. That's a we relationship, okay? And finally, of course, number 5, I say, is the natural process. Usually relationships or guys pull away from a girl when it's rushed, on both sides. When it's rushed, too fast, too soon. He's very hesitant to comply with the relationship usually because he feels like if he's complying with you or still goes along with it when he realizes you want more, he's going to be very hesitant to go along because he doesn't want to give you the wrong idea, right? So I always tell women, if you just let go of the outcome of the end goal of the relationship, just hang out, have fun, build the attraction, things usually will fall in place, especially if you're doing these other 4 things I'm talking about. But if it has a natural process and there's no tension and no worry on either side, he's not worried you're going to pressure him and you're not worried he's going to be an asshole and use you or pull away at the end, then it's going to be very effortless. There's going to be no tension and the relationship's going to work out, okay? So it has to have a natural process. It has to unfold naturally. It shouldn't be rushed. It shouldn't be treated like it's a fragile thing. Just hang out and have fun. The relationship will come, okay? So with that being said, if you girls like those tips, I have more, because I know you probably want to figure out, okay, does this guy like me? Is it going to work? Oh, I created I don't know what side it's on, but I created a playlist of other videos of mine that talk about surefire signs that the guy likes you, how to raise your value, how to know if the guy's going to commit and things like that. Okay, that's just right over here. I highly recommend you click them because you want certainty, obviously, that this is going to work and that he's the right guy. These videos will help you. So with that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.